I've been watching death battles since I was in middle school, and I still love them now. With Spider-Man vs. Deku coming out soon, I wanted to talk about the 5 death battle matchups that I would like to see one day. Number 1 is David Martinez from Cyberpunk Edge Runners versus Jack from Ghost Runner. Both of them are cybernetically enhanced and their main powers are bursts of speed. Jack has an ability called the Sensory Boost, which allows him to move so fast that it slows down time, kinda like the Sandevistan. However, a single boost for him doesn't last very long. David can choose how long he can use his Sandevistan, but it puts a lot of strain on his body. So David has longer but limited bursts of speed, but Jack has infinite shorter boosts. David has the defensive advantage while Jack has more abilities to work with. Number 2 is going to be a very niche one. You might have heard of AI the Somnium Files. It's a 2019 game where you dive into people's memories using an avatar to get information about a serial killer case. Well, guess what? There's an anime that came out in 2020 called It Invaded with almost the exact same plot. Both the avatars in their respective shows are different enough to have a cool matchup. Aiba vs. Sakaido would likely come down to who can adapt to the subconscious world first. Spoilers for Made in Abyss. For number 3, I'm going to say Bone Droop from Made in Abyss versus the Blight from Dead by Daylight. Both are into human experiments and both have disfigured bodies for one reason or another. I really love Bone Droop as a villain. Guy's an absolute menace. I'm a relatively recent Dead by Daylight fan, shout out Springtrap, so I'm not 100% sure what the Blight serum does in lore, but in gameplay it's an add-on that allows you to rush towards survivors. Bone Droop's cartridges doesn't give him extra power as far as I'm aware, they just prevent him from being affected by the Abyss's curses, so it's possible that the cartridges could prevent any hexes or effects done by the Blight or the serum. Bone Droop has an advantage when it comes to speed and power, but the Blight has the entity on its side, so there's a lot to discuss there. Number 4 is the battle between human experiments, spoilers for FMA, Wesker from Resident Evil versus Wrath from Fullmetal Alchemist. Their powers aren't very similar, but both were results of experiments trying to create something beyond human. Wesker definitely has the advantage in his variety of powers, including the Ouroboros, but Wrath's ultimate eye could be a challenge to beat, since it allows him to predict all of Wesker's moves. Wrath doesn't have any flashy powers, but he has fought against many different abilities and won. I think this would be a somewhat even matchup. I'm not a power scaler, so what would I know? Finally, number 5 is the Cats from the Battle Cats versus the Plants from Plants vs. Zombies. This is just kind of a funny one. I think both are really fun tower defense games, and the large variety between the cats and the plants would be really cool to see. I think we should limit the types of cats that are used, maybe just the base ones and some special ones maybe, but plants have a large variety of projectiles, peas, watermelons, poison, yes. They have 1-hit KO plants like the cherry bombs or the chompers, but the battle cats have a wide arsenal of units including a fish, cow, god, and is that Hatsune Miku?